welcome to my page if this is your first time here. If you're returning, then welcome back. So today I'm going to share with you some medical billing information. I decided to start a series on medical billing, and this is the first session. So if you're interested in learning medical billing, then you just have to stay tuned. Okay, and let's get into this. Y'all, look at that. Y'all see it. See that? I made a screensaver of myself. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Anyway, you're in the right place if you're interested in learning medical billing. Okay, so let's get into it. Um, so my name is Daydria, better known as Day. Um, I'm a certified professional coder. I'm a healthcare insurance professional. I'm a claims assistant professional. I'm a patient billing advocate. I'm a business owner of Medical Bills Auditing Service. I'm a medical billing instructor, and I've been instructing. Actually, I've been medical billing for a little over 23 years. I've been instructing for about 10 years. Okay, I'm an entrepreneur and an independent contractor. Okay, and so let's get into what medical billing really is. So, uh, first and foremost, medical billing is a very lucrative career within the healthcare industry. Medical billers are in great demand and in various types of healthcare facilities due to changing government regulations and the growth of management care pairs. It has increased the amount of paperwork involved in processing medical tests, treating patients, and filing claims with insurance companies. Therefore, are opening doors to this exciting career. So, if you pay close attention to detail, you work well under pressure, and would like to pursue a career in healthcare, earning a medical billing certificate will help get you started in one of today's fastest growing career fields. You may seek employment opportunities as a medical biller and medical collector in these healthcare settings. So, pretty much, it's saying once you learn, as I said before, once you learn medical billing, you don't just have to be a medical biller. See, they have other opportunities, other positions that you can apply for once you learn medical billing. Okay, so you can work in medical offices such as clinics, home health agencies, insurance companies, medical billing companies, medical group practices, nursing homes. You could be a physician billing. You could do physician billing, hospital billing, specialty billing such as oncology, neurology, orthopedic, general practice, etc. You could be a refund specialist. You can be, or you could be a payment poster. Okay, and let's see. All right, now let's get into what makes an effective medical biller. And let me look at the book first. Okay, so I actually work from like three different medical billing books, but this is one of them, which is Guide to Medical Billing. And so this is where I'm working from today. And that's another thing that, if you're really serious about learning medical billing, you may have to invest in a medical billing book. Um, Only because, it's only so much that I can teach you or so much that I can say, from the internet. The book is more specific to the things you need to know. I'm going to try to be as specific as I can, but of course, I can't just, teach you everything word from word in the book. So it'd just be better if you invest in a book, but if not, you can get you pen and paper and you can start taking notes. Okay. So let's see what the book says first. So the book says, as a medical biller, it is your responsibility to properly bill for services received by patients. One of the vital functions of the medical biller is to bill and collect the revenue that is generated by patient care and is crucial to the cash flow in a medical office. As such, the medical biller is an integral part of the medical team. The biller's contribution is essential to running the medical office. Medical billers may complete claim forms, correspond with patients, manage office supplies, and handle minor accounting for the office. The scope of the medical biller's duties often depends on the size of the office. Large offices may have multiple personnel responsible for running the office, setting appointments, and handling the clients. Smaller offices may assign more of these duties to a medical biller or receptionist. Okay, so that's what the book says. And so, just my personal knowledge of over the years, I just kind of jotted some things down on my perception of what I think it takes to be an effective medical biller. And so, these are the things that I jotted down. So, first and foremost, you must understand that a medical biller's job is to bill for services that the physician or facility provides to their patients and to get reimbursement for those services. So pretty much, when excuse me, when you go into your doctor's office, excuse me, so sorry. So when you go into your doctor's office and doctor see you, they diagnose you or whatever. So then it's sent off to the coder for them to code based off of the services that the doctor provided you. And that's another thing. You can either be a medical biller or a medical coder. But of course, being a medical coder is much harder than just being a medical biller. And also, another thing you need to know is being a medical coder, you actually have to be certified. You have to go through the AAPC or the, what's the other one? I forgot the other. Anyway, AAPC to be a certified coder. But to be a medical biller, right now as it stands today, you don't have to be certified, but it helps to be to have once you finish a course, of course you have to do a course, and once you finish that course, you will get a certificate of completion. So certificate of completion is totally different from actually being certified. Being certified, you have to sit down and take the state board test. Now they do have a test that you could take to be a certified medical biller, but it's not mandatory as it is in being a medical coder. It's absolutely mandatory to do the state board test and pass it to be a coder. Right now, you can take a test to be certified, but it's not mandatory. So that's the difference, okay? So now let me get back into what I jotted down as far as what I see is what it takes to be an effective medical biller. So where was I at? So the most important thing about a medical biller's job is you must, and it's imperative that you must know how to send out a clean claim. So a clean claim is an error-free claim. A claim with no errors is very crucial in ensuring a claim gets paid the first time around. This ensures a quick turnaround time for reimbursement and payments from the payer to the provider. And when I say clean claim, these are the claims that you're filling out. So this is one. This is the HCFA 1500. This is for physician billing. And then this is the UB04 for hospitals and facilities. Okay? So it's two different forms that you have to fill out depending on who you work for. And so we mostly going to go over HCFA 1500, which is billing for a physician's office. Okay? And so that's what we mean when we say filling out a claim. Now, one thing about these claims you're going to have to know, first of all, claims are submitted electronically. So, you key in all the information into the system, and then once you're done doing that, you submit it electronically. But you're going to have to know, although you're submitting it electronic, it may be some times where you're going to have to fill out a manual claim. And filling out manually means what it just says, It's filling out every box manually. Like you might have to handwrite it or you may have to type it, and just fill out everything manually. Okay. But if you're filling it out electronically on the system, you're just filling in boxes on the system, like all the patient information, you fill it out. And then once you're done filling the provider's information, and what else? The codes. We'll get into all that later. But I'm just trying to, explain to you what it takes to be an effective medical biller. You have to know how to fill out the form manually, although you're sending electronic, and you're going to have to know how to fill out everything electronically. Okay? All right. So let's just get back into some of the things that I think, is crucial to being an effective medical biller. So we got the point that you're going to have to fill out a clean claim, which is error-free. The provider's office will enjoy a continuing cash flow if the turnaround time is low, meaning 30 days or less. And if you're filling out a clean claim, you will get that 30 days or less turnaround time. Won't be any denials, which we'll get into that later too. You probably don't understand what the denials mean right now, but eventually you will. Okay? So you must be confident that you have the knowledge, skills, and experience to do this job. And that's what I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you the knowledge, the skills, and then once you get on the job, that's what's going to give you your experience. Okay? You must be very resourceful. So one thing about healthcare insurance, you will never know or remember everything. And the reason you won't is because the healthcare system is ever evolving. It's from year to year, it's just changing. So that's why you're going to need to be resourceful instead of just trying to memorize everything. It's okay that you don't know everything, just as long as you're resourceful and you know exactly where to go or who to go to find the information quickly that you need. Okay, so that's what it means to be resourceful. Must be proactive instead of reactive. So just in case you don't know the difference, proactive is doing things ahead of time. Like we said, a clean claim, looking over everything, making sure everything is done correctly the first time around, instead of at the end, you're reacting to something like a denial, a rejection. You're reacting to just something that's going to make you change your mind or change that situation, change the issue. If you're being diligent up front, in other words, if you're being proactive up front, you won't have to be reactive at the end. Okay, so be proactive instead of reactive. Obtain correct and complete patient information. This actually should be done at the time of registration. And that's another thing we're going to get into later on. You need to verify insurance benefits. This also should be done at time of registration. Obtain all signatures, including assignment of benefits and release of information. So once again, some of these things you're not going to know what I'm saying right now, but eventually you will. You must know the difference between the two billing forms, UB04 and the CMS 1500 form, which they call HCFA 1500 or CMS 1500, and how to fill them out electronically and manually. And that's what I was just saying. And that's these two forms once again. The HCFA 1500, UB04. Physician billing, hospital billing. So eventually you're going to know those two things. Okay? You're going to completely fill in all pertinent information, accurately enter all charges and diagnosis in the computer. And once again, what we're doing, we're going over the list of things that I think what it takes to be an effective medical biller. We've already went over what the book says. Now it's going over what someone who's been in the game 23 years says. So you must know how to multitask, be a problem solver, and shift gears very quickly. And that kind of speaks for itself. Multitask, be a problem solver, shift gears very quickly. Fill in authorizations and referrals even referring physicians. So once again, that's something you're going to learn later on about authorizations and referrals. You need to know how to review information. Then once you do all of the things that I just named above, then you're going to submit your clean claim. Once you submit your claims, you need to go back to make sure all claims went through with no problem, that there were no rejections. If so, find the reason for the rejections, correct the rejected claims, and then resubmit. If there are no errors, there should be no rejections. Okay? At some point, you should be able to look at a claim and review what's wrong with it and identify any errors. So pretty much, like right now, since you knew, you won't know, but since I've been in the game over 23 years, if it's anything wrong, if a claim was rejected, denied for any reason, I can look at a claim like, okay, I could tell right here that the birthday doesn't is not the patient's birthday, because the birthday is not the same as what's on the patient ID. Should be able to say, oh, okay, maybe the NPI is incorrect, or maybe the tax ID number is incorrect. So that's what I'm saying by you should be able to identify very quickly what's wrong with a claim. Okay. So next, you must know how to bill manually as well as electronically, which I already said and went over. Must meet or beat the daily quota. Now, this is what you're going to have to know. As a medical biller, some jobs require a daily quota. And the quota is 45 to 60 claims per day, depending on whom you work for, even if they have a quota. And if they do, it's going to be on that scale, somewhere in between there. So, excuse me, most jobs, well, pretty much all jobs are going to give you that leeway when you first start working for them, that, you won't be on a quota scale. But after so long, I don't know, depending on the job, after so long, you're going to have to be able to do at least 45 to 60 claims per day per their quota, if they have a quota. Not all jobs have quotas, okay? And so the really good thing about a medical billing job is if you haven't seen one of my videos before, the really, really good thing about being a medical biller is 75 to 80% of their jobs is remote. Remote is working from home. And who doesn't want to work from home? Okay? You save on time, you save on getting ready, you save on gas, you save on your drive there, your drive back, you saving wear and tear on your car, you saving money, you go around the house, eat your lunch when it's your lunch break. So it's a beautiful thing. And the most important thing is when you turn your computer on, you at work. And when you turn your computer off, you're at home. Okay, so that's the most important. That's the most important thing to me about a medical billing job. Okay, and as I said before, medical billing is really in great demand right now. So I've been on a few jobs that they can't find qualified medical billers, and I don't know why. I guess some people just not learning medical billing. Even if they know medical billing, they have to pass the drug test, have to pass physicals. And it's just hard, getting people in these days because of those circumstances. People lifestyle, it life them out of a job. If they life in, doing whatever they do, that's lifing them out of a job. So, but anyway, they couldn't find people who even knew medical billing, even if they could pass the drug test. So what they did is they brought them in and had me to teach them medical billing. They was like, Day, if we bring these people in, do you think you could teach them medical billing with a certain amount of time, get them up and running? If they could show us that they have a good background in working, they don't take off a lot, they don't call off. They work every day. They hard working. They can pass the drug test. They can pass the physical. All of these things, but they still don't know medical billing. So I was like, sure. So And I've been doing that for a few years. They actually bringing people in, and I'm teaching them medical billing. They're learning that on the job. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it for today. Let me see. I think it's a few more tips though. I have a few more tips that I may want to run across you. No, I think that's it. I think I covered everything for today. Actually, in this session, because I don't want to go too far ahead of myself. I want to kind of follow the book so that everything can be done in order and you can learn, um, step by step as you need to know. So I think we went over everything as far as what it takes to be a medical billing. I introduced you to medical billing. We talked a little bit about the claim forms, clean claims, and all that kind of stuff. And so, as I said before, you're going to have to more than likely invest in a medical billing book or just take really, really good notes. And the good thing about the medical billing book, too, is that at the end of each chapter, let me see if I can get to the end of this chapter. At the end of each chapter, it'll have questions for you. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna do that. Like you have homework and that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna teach you what you need to know. And the good thing about it, you can always go over. See, like here, have all kind of questions that you can answer on the things that you learn. And the book, you can always go back to it. And the good thing about these videos too, you can always go back to them. You can rewind, fast forward. You can do what you want to do. But it still will be wise to invest in a medical billing book. Okay? And that's all I have for this session. Like, subscribe, follow, do all of those things so you don't miss out. And you always know when the next session is coming up. Or you can wait for a few sessions. And after that, you can start and you can just do session after session after session. So, but that's all I have for you today. And I'll see you on the next session. Okay? Bye.